Good evening. Standing here tonight, I am humble, grateful, and if I'm being honest, a little surprised. When I first started officiating, I never imagined a moment like this. I simply loved the game and wanted to stay connected to it. To now be included in the Alabama Sports Officials Hall of Fame is an honor, and I will carry it with me for the rest of my life. This recognition does not belong to me alone. It belongs to people who stood beside me and guided me and believed in me. First, I want to thank my family, and especially my wife, Jane. Thank you for your patience, your support, and for sharing me with countless games, late nights, and long drives. You have been my steady foundation through it all. I would not be here without you. I owe so much to the mentors who shaped me: Glenn Hawkins, Don Hudson, Gene Williman. These men didn't just teach me how to officiate, they taught me how to carry myself and how to prepare and how to see the game the right way. Coach Williman once told Glenn, "You better sign up Bill Chappell to officiate, he's ready." I spent a lifetime trying to be worthy of that confidence. Don Hudson taught me a lesson and stayed with me forever. Officiate the defense, not just the obvious. See the whole play, understand the game within the game. That perspective elevated everything I did. And I was fortunate to work alongside officials who moved up to the highest levels. Being around them raised my standards and pushed me to be better every time I stepped on the floor. Now, if you're officiated long enough, you got stories, and I have got a million. I'm only going to share a few with you. One Sunday morning, Don called me and said, "I need you to go to North Georgia with me to officiate a game." We get up there, and one team only had 5 players. At one time, their biggest player just walked off and sat on the bench. She hadn't fouled out. She just decided she wasn't done playing defense. I went over to the coach and said, "She's got to be on the court, or you'll have to forfeit." So she stood out there on the court like the Lone Ranger. She didn't guard anybody. She didn't move. She just stood there while the game went on. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like it. Another time we were working a game when one team had a player who just couldn't be stopped. He kept scoring and scoring. The opposing coach got frustrated, started yelling to his players, "Stick your foot under him so he'll turn his ankle." Well, the other coach heard every word of it. He came storming over ready to settle things right there. He told the other coach, "I'm going to whip your ass." The first coach told me and asked what were we going to do about it. I said, "Well, I reckon I'm going to watch you when you get your ass kicked." Now, that's not exactly something you'd find in a rule book, but I can tell you it's one of those moments you never forget. But one of the greatest moments of my career came when I had the chance to officiate a national championship game along with my son, Jeff. I officiated a lot of games, but none will ever mean more than that one. Not because of what was on the line, but because I got to stand there side by side with my son at a moment that meant everything. That's a memory I cherish for the rest of my life. But beyond the stories, officiating gave me something deeper. It taught me discipline, integrity, fairness. It taught me that you don't see it, you don't call it. The principle guided me every single night. You learn quickly in this profession. You're not there to be liked. You're there to be right. And sometimes that means standing alone, trusting your judgment and living with your decisions. Tonight I stand here because of a lifetime of moments, some challenging, some funny, some deeply meaningful. I wouldn't trade any of them. Thank you again to the Hall of Fame committee, to this incredible honor, and thank you to every field, every court, and every game for giving me a lifetime I'll always be grateful for. I am truly honored.